Coming up on Nightly News Podcast, the gaming nights are days away from competition. We'll tell you when and how you can see them in action.
UCF women's basketball is hoping to clinch their first NCAA berth. Find out what's standing in their way.
And baseball season's off to a great start for the Knights. We'll tell you how they're stepping up to the plate. Nightly News Podcast starts now. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Nightly News Podcast. I'm Taya Britton.
And I'm Fritz Farrow. Today is Friday, March 1st, 2019.
UCF's Gaming Nights are hosting their biggest event of the year this Sunday. The VGN tournament will allow UCF's best gamers to showcase their skills against other schools. Nightly News Podcast reporter Brendan Schaefer tells us what VGN is all about.
The Gaming Nights are hosting the 2019 VGN tournament on March 3rd. The event is a collection of tournaments consisting of 11 different games, including Overwatch, FIFA, and even Rock, Paper, Scissors. The Gaming Nights PR director Dylan Micheli says that the event is their Super Bowl in terms of significance and turnout.
I think Super Bowl is a good way to put it. I mean, it's our biggest event of the year. Last year we had probably over 600 people show up, probably at one time.
Micheli also believes that with streaming services like Twitch, fan involvement with the event can easily eclipse that number this year. Micheli and esports director Kevin Quiroga believe that their teams can be competitive this year and that the team's offline friendships can help lead them to victory. In Orlando, Brendan Schaefer, Nightly News Podcast.
The VGN tournament will take place in the Pegasus Ballroom from 12 to 9 p.m. and is free to the public. More information about the club and their future events can be found on their Facebook page or at ucfgamingnights.com.
The UCF women's basketball team is in prime position to achieve their first ever NCAA tournament bid. The team has a chance to make program history. Nightly News reporter Seb Balan tells us what hurdle stands in their way.
The UCF women's basketball team are looking for their first ever tournament bid in this year's NCAA tournament. The Knights are coming off a 38-point blowout to the rivals UConn Huskies on Sunday. The Huskies quickly jumped to an early 23-4 start in the first quarter and never looked back. UCF shot a season-low 33% from the field and only managed to make 3 three-pointers for the entire game. UConn's legendary head coach Gino Auriemma addressed the Knights' shooting woes at his press conference, saying,
"The thing about UCF is they don't rely on the three-point shot. So when they get down by a bunch, it's hard for them to come back. You know, they need to make a bunch of twos. And that's not easy to do."
Next up for the Knights are the Tulane Green Wave here on Saturday afternoon here at CFE Arena. In Orlando, Seb Balan, Nightly News Podcast.
With a 22-5 record, the Knights are inching closer to their first ever tournament bid.
UCF baseball has kicked off their season with a record of 6 wins and 2 losses. The Knights must keep on winning if they hope to make it back to the NCAA tournament since missing it last year. Nightly News Podcast reporter Tyler Fellerman has more on the Knights' hot start.
The Knights offense has been leading them to big victories early in their season. Led by redshirt senior Tyler Osick and center fielder Ray Alejo, the Knights stole a big win against number 3 ranked Florida in Gainesville on Wednesday. This gives the Knights their second win against a ranked opponent after they went 1-2 in a 3-game series against number 15th ranked Auburn this past weekend. Head coach Greg Lovelady likes the way his team is playing against top teams.
You put yourself against a regional team, they're going to be in the regionals, and you got to be able to beat these type of teams. And so I think just, again, it gives us a gauge a little bit and a thought process of, okay, we're doing some really, really good things. And when you're playing a team as good as they are, it does probably give you some more confidence knowing, I can compete with some of the best teams in the country. And, again, I think that will take some of the pressure off, hopefully.
The big win against the Gators and the Tigers should boost UCF into the top 25 ranking. UCF will be heading back home for a 3-game series against Jacksonville University this weekend. In Orlando, Tyler Fellerman, Nightly News Podcast.
The Dolphins are 3-4 this year, with their only wins coming against Jacksonville State. The Knights are 6-3 in their last 9 matchups against the Dolphins.
That's our time for right now. Thanks for joining us. Remember, you can always keep up with UCF Nightly News on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
And if you've got a story idea you want us to know about, send it our way. You can reach us at nightlynewsucf@gmail.com. Thanks for listening and have a great day.